AFTV Picks, the new exclusive free-to-play betting tool app for football fans everywhere. Every week, test your skills and knowledge against Robbie and the AFTV fans and stand to win prizes and cash. And wait for it, it's all free.
Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome along. Don't forget, the show sponsored by AFTV Picks. We've got a game tonight against Crystal Palace. You can win yourself £1,000. Enter right now. The link is in the description. Free to enter. Just go head to head with me on some little facts around the game, and the people who get the most right get the money. Right, so the link is in the description right now. Get yourself involved in that if you would like to. Of course, the game tonight, looking forward to it. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. It's going to be a tough one. Really, really tough one. Palace, we know, Zaha, Eze, these type of players. Zaha, who interestingly, again, it was coming up again yesterday in an interview with Unai Emery where he was talking about he wanted to sign Zaha. We ended up getting Pepe. But he was talking about how he felt Zaha would have been able to have fitted into the Premier League quicker because was already playing in the Premier League, and I think he's been proven 100% right on that one, because it has taken Pepe some time to, well, he still hasn't got to grips with the Premier League, and be interesting to see that game tonight if he even starts. I doubt it. And that just goes to show you that maybe we should have gone for Zaha. But anyway, we've got Pepe. We've got to stick with Pepe. We've got to have faith in Pepe, and hopefully he will come through. Now, following Balogun was causing all kinds of rumours yesterday flying around the place, because there was a rumour that came out that said that he'd signed a pre-agreement with RB Leipzig and that he will be joining RB Leipzig at the end of the season. Fabrizio Romano, we had on a couple of days ago, then put a tweet out later on that says that from what he's been told, there is no agreement with RB Leipzig. So that kind of killed that one. But we know there's 15 clubs interested in him. He looks set to leave. Fabrizio said on the show the other day he wants to play week in, week out. And Arsenal can't promise him that at the moment. It's strange, actually, because when I was looking at it, I was saying to myself, well, I don't think RB Leipzig would be able to promise him playing week in, week out at the moment, surely. So that would be a strange move, but it could happen. It could still happen. He's free to talk to whoever he wants to this month, and it's going to be another one of those watch this space moment. We debated it heavily on Transfer Daily Extra last night. We're going to have to wait and see how that one develops out. One player who's definitely not leaving is Mustafi. Mikel Arteta was being asked about the future of Mustafi yesterday, and he said he's not leaving. You know, as they said in that film, I'm not leaving. He's not leaving this January transfer window, according to what Arteta's saying. Arteta's saying that he's needed in the squad. The only reason he hasn't played recently is he's had a few little injuries, but with some of the centre halves moving on in Socrates, as we know, he goes that squad-wise, he's required from now till the end of the season. So it doesn't look like Mustafi will be leaving Arsenal, and that he will be staying until the summer. We know that his contract's up in the summer. There were rumours that Barcelona were interested in signing him, which that seems to have gone completely quiet. And there's nobody really else in for him. Genoa wanted him, but they couldn't negotiate the right deal with him. So it looks like Mustafi will be here until the end of the season. And Mikel Arteta, you know, still putting a lot of faith in him, saying that, listen, this guy's still an important member of our squad. And, yeah, he will figure. It's just that he's been a bit injured. So, no, Mustafi will not be leaving the club. Socrates, on the other hand, is leaving the club. It's just a matter of where he's going to go this January transfer window. And, again, Arteta more or less confirming that he's definitely on the way out, whether it be Fenerbahce, whether it be Genoa, could it be Real Betis? The real strange one that I saw, and again, Fabrizio Romano reporting on this one, is that he was offered to Liverpool. Imagine he can't get in at Arsenal, can't get a game at Arsenal, but he would have went to Liverpool. But he's not going to Liverpool, but he was offered to Liverpool. We know that Liverpool have got defensive problems with the injury to Virgil van Dijk. Matip's always injured as well. And he was offered to them. And remember, he used to play under Jurgen Klopp. Let's not forget that. When he was at Borussia Dortmund, he was, Klopp, he played for Klopp. Klopp brought him in. So Klopp would know him, but Liverpool have not decided to move on that. And it does look more like he'd be heading to some club in Europe by the end of this January transfer window. Mesut Ozil, as we know, also on the way out. Now, talked yesterday that he's willing to forego some of the £7 million that he'll be owed if he stays from now till the end of the season. So they're trying to sort of negotiate some sort of payoff, or how he comes out of his current contract at Arsenal to enable him to join Fenerbahce. And as I said, he's willing to forego some of the money that he's owed or will be owed by Arsenal so that he can get his move away to go to Fenerbahce. Again, this one's going on a bit. I thought that we would have heard like some definitive news on it this week, but as of yet, nothing definitive. But it does look like he's moving, and the negotiations are still continuing. This guy I keep hearing about, and I've heard it through a couple of little sources as well, that this is not just an idle rumor, that Arsenal really are interested in Manor Solomon. I've spoken about him a few times on the show. Plays for Shakhtar Donetsk. Youngsters, a midfielder, can play out wide on either wing, and he's quick, he's explosive. Arsenal said to be very interested in signing him. Now, whether it be now in January or it takes place in the summer, but Arsenal definitely interested in signing the Israeli international, and it's going to be one that we're going to have to keep our eyes out for. Said to be a really, really hot prospect around at the moment. Now, we all know that the problem, or there's a big problem at Arsenal, it's in the goalkeeping position. Alex Runarsson, who came in as the number 2, has not, fitted straight in. You can see that he's not quite ready yet to be that number 2, which is number 2 is a very important position at a football club, especially in the Premier League, because you're going to play FA Cup games, you're going to play Carabao Cup games, you're going to play Europa League games, and you've got to be prepared to come in if there's any injury to your main goalkeeper. And goalkeepers can get injured. Look at the 50-50s and the sort of things they have to go in for. They can get a concussion injury, keep them out for a few games. They can get sent off, which keeps them out for a few games. Arsenal need a number 2. Runarsson isn't quite that guy at the moment, and they're looking at a few players. One of them is Neto. He's a goalkeeper at the moment for Barcelona. He's 31, Brazilian. And Barcelona, I remember when they bought him from, I think it was Valencia, only in 2019, and paid a lot of money for him as well. 35 million euros they paid for him. He's number 2 to Ter Stegen. There's no shame in that, because he's a top goalkeeper, but he's number 2 to him, and says to be wanting to play more regular. Arsenal said to be interested in bringing him in on a loan until the end of the season. Now, it'd be interesting to see if Barcelona would be willing to let him go out on a loan. Barcelona, as we know, and again, Fabrizio was saying it on the show the other day, they got a lot of financial problems, and, releasing players on high wages off of their wage bill, even temporarily, offers a bit of relief to them, even if it's like the club's paying half of their wages. So could Arsenal move for Neto? It'd be a very, very good loan signing. He's a very good keeper. From now till the end of the season, that would be a great deal, but let's wait and see how that one develops out. There's also Matt Ryan from Brighton. He's been linked as well. Now, Matt Ryan, 28-year-old Australian goalkeeper. Funny thing is, he was previously at Valencia as well before he's come to Brighton. He's been a regular at Brighton. Decent keeper, decent. Would definitely make a good number 2. But he's lost his place in the Brighton team now to Robert Sanchez, who they bought in. And it sort of seems like he's surplus to requirements there. They are willing to let him go. They are willing to sell him. Could also move for Matt Ryan and maybe bring him in as a possible number 2 at Arsenal. That's been talked about a lot this transfer window. So could Matt Ryan be heading over to Arsenal? Or maybe could they move for Tom Heaton? Now, remember Tom Heaton, when he was at Burnley, he was considered one of the best goalkeepers, best English goalkeepers around. It's gone to Villa because he lost his place to Nick Pope. You know, and very unfortunate with that, by the way, because he had quite a long injury, came back, wasn't able to regain back his place. It's gone to Villa. He's number 2 at Villa. Ironically, he's number 2 to Martinez, right? So could Arsenal move for him? Again, a very experienced goalkeeper. What's he now? 34. You know, would come in and be able to do a job for Arsenal. But is he way past his best? Interesting to see if Arsenal would make a move for him. Now, yesterday when I was doing the show last night, the Transfer Daily Extra, there was loads of people messaging in and saying, Robbie, have you seen Bissouma's been left out by Brighton? This is our chance. Arsenal could go and get him. He's not playing. That's significant. Calm down. He was only, he wasn't left out by Brighton yesterday. He was suspended because he's picked up 5 yellow cards. So that's why he couldn't play in that game against Manchester City. But Arsenal are interested in Bissouma. Wouldn't be something that will happen this January. To me, if that is a move to be made for him, that move will take place in the summer and not now. But calm down. He wasn't left out. By the way, on that, I was reading where Brighton are looking to give Tariq Lamptey a new, better contract to try and, you know, stave off all the teams that are interested in him. One of those teams are Arsenal. In the summer, it looks like there will be teams moving in for him. They're trying to give him an improved contract. He's been injured for quite a while now with a hamstring injury. That would be a good signing for Arsenal, Tariq Lamptey. And this one was interesting today about Nuno Espirito Santo, the Wolves manager. There's, I think it was in The Sun. They're reporting saying that the super agent, George Mendes, who does a load of the deals for Wolves and is the agent of Nuno, he's the agent of nearly every player who plays for Wolves, apparently had talks with Arsenal. This is when Arsenal was on that terrible run just before Christmas, about Nuno replacing Mikel Arteta. This is according to them. They got this as an exclusive. Now, don't know where they've heard this from. I mean, Nuno only signed a new deal with Wolves this year, a new 3-year deal. But apparently he had talks, you know, with Arsenal about bringing in Nuno. Interestingly, if you look at it right now, Arsenal are above Wolves in the table. Wolves had another defeat the other night. Arsenal are 11th. Wolves are in 14th. I know Wolves did beat Arsenal, but we're above Arsenal and we're above Wolves. I think only by a point. If we was to win tonight, we go 4 points above him. So, you know, maybe sometimes you got to stick with the manager. You know, I mean, us as fans will be calling for his head and stuff like that. At the moment, the Arsenal board are looking like they've got this one right by not panicking about Mikel Arteta. He's turned it around in the last 3 games. He's got to keep it going, though. It's not about 3 games. It's about going on a sustained run. But if you can go on a sustained run, you can move up the table. You've only got to look at what Manchester United have done, the way in which they've just gone on a run, and all of a sudden now they're top of the table. And that's from being at the start of the season where everybody wrote them off. So it can be done. It can be done. We can move up the table rapidly. And let's hope we can do that by getting a win in the game tonight. Big game tonight against Crystal Palace. Let's hope that we can get a win. Thanks for watching the show. As I said, don't forget AFTV Picks. The link is in the description. Get involved in that right now. Chance to win yourself £1,000. It's January. We're all broke, right? So if you can try and jump on that for free, you never know, right? But thanks for watching the show, and we'll be back tomorrow.